Hi guys, welcome to another Tea Talk. So, women are emotional, men are cold and aggressive, white people are arrogant and stuck up, black people are uneducated and messy. Okay, what's the problem with these kind of statements? I've been looking around on YouTube and other platforms, and I've been listening to discussions about various topics: love, relationships, society, things that on the surface seem to relate to human psychology, but when you listen to a lot of this content, no. This content is made by people who have an agenda. That's one thing. And I think most of us are intelligent enough to know that this type of content is pushing some sort of agenda, so we have to take things with a pinch of salt. All right. But the problem is that so many of all these videos and podcasts and articles out there have this generalized perspective that's not taking anyone anywhere. They have an agenda, but they also want to have views, they want to get the attention that they need to grow as a channel. However, I'm wondering, what's the ultimate goal of these people? What do they want to teach? With the generalized view of women, of men, of Asian people, of European people, of young and old, and women who wear makeup, or men who take selfies in the mirror in the gym. It's human to generalize, it's human to categorize, but if we truly want a discussion that's going to take us forward and make us understand something, it's not the way to go. And both for the people who are producing this content and the people listening, it's like self-soothing. Meaning, if you're in a place of hurt or a place of anger, you're going to want to say something or listen to something that's going to soothe you. So let's say you're a woman and a man or two men or three men, however many men, have hurt you throughout your life. Now, it's going to soothe you to listen to someone say, men aren't beep, men are no good creatures, they are driven by these animalistic instincts, sooner or later they're going to lie to you, cheat on you, vice versa. You're a man, you had the relationship with a woman, it didn't work out, or maybe you had 1, 2, 3, 4 relationships, it didn't work out, or you have a strained relationship with your mother and your sisters. Now, to you, it might seem as though women, full stop, have an issue. Because with the women in your life, there's been conflict. Now, you're not willing to see your role in that. You're willing to see the errors that they've made or the negatives in them. And then you like to sit there and say, women can't be trusted. Women are not stable. Women lie. Or you might have grown up in an area where there's predominantly Asian people or black people or white people, and you felt some type of way about that side of society. And then although you know deep down that skin color or ethnicity has got nothing to do with someone's morals, whether they're good or bad. On the surface level, it might, because people might have been raised under certain circumstances, they might have been exposed to certain things early in life that has done something to them, that's made them cold or made them aggressive or made them naive or made them stay in this little bubble of being protected and the world is a nice place. You can have all sorts of extreme situations, but please understand that it's the situation and the culture and partly also their biological personalities made them who they are, but it's got nothing to do with the group that they belong to. So I think a lot of us know this. It's just that, as I said, it feels so good to believe in stereotypes because First of all, you don't have to reflect on yourself and your role and your interaction with whatever group you're trying to stigmatize. You can just blame. You can just blame someone else for your own misery. And that feels good. And that makes you feel psychologically secure, because you can say, it's just that that group of people, they're like that. And that brings a certain comfort to you. But even though it's human to categorize like this, I'd say that at best, it's stupid, because it doesn't bring you or anyone else anywhere. But at worst, it can be dangerous, because someone's going to listen to your message and pick up on that. And they're going to go out in the world, maybe taking on that perspective. Maybe they're young, maybe they haven't learned so much, maybe they're not very educated. And they're going to take that idea that you put forth and they're going to run with it. And they will act based on that. You don't know what kind of actions your words will lead to when you choose to put out a generalized view of other people. So even though you might actually know that deep down it's more to it than that, you want your clicks, you want your views, or you just want to make yourself feel good. So you make all these videos about a topic where all you repeat is, this group of people is like that. You know, either stay away from them, or use them, or plan something against them. It's just sad to see, because these people producing this content, they're adults, they should know better, they probably do know better, but it's just hard for them to create a balanced debate. So in my opinion, if you're just going to sit there and speak in stereotypes that you didn't even create, you're just jumping on someone else's wagon and just pushing the same agenda because it makes you feel good, then, it's better that you just don't speak at all. My platform is a place where I'm really struggling to take, people seriously when they come with that kind of feedback. And I strive to present a balanced view where I can actually consider two sides of a case, or all sides, and see how in a relationship there are two parties. In a friendship, there are several parties. In a family relationship, everyone is bringing their background to the table, and there are some hurts involved. There are some experiences that might create a certain foundation, maybe not so good foundation for the relationships. There are all these different things in a dynamic. So for anyone to sit and say that single mothers can't do shit, like what? Or all men just leave their families if they have the chance to. Or girls being brought up by only their mother, only their father, that end up like this. When people speak of women, and I'm thinking, you're actually talking about half of the people on this planet, and I'm meant to have something in common with all of those women. I have something in common with them, biologically. But when it comes to other people's actions and explanations and responsibilities and mistakes, please don't put me in the same box. Because I've made my mistakes and I own up to them, but it's got very little to do with the box that I'm in. It's got very little to do with my nationality or my skin color or my gender. It's got so much more to do with experiences I've had in my life. And of course the biological foundation for that, but that's something else. If you want to speak about biology, I'm happy to have a discussion on that. And that's also a discussion full of interesting factors working together to create a human being. So for the people who are putting out this content, I want you to think twice. What's your agenda? Why are you doing this? What are you teaching the world? Get some facts, and then we can talk. Thanks for listening. Comment your opinion, and I'll be back soon with another tea talk.